feel when you complain about somebody or someone? Presuming that they're not in the room, so nobody's getting their feelings hurt. There's a little good feeling there, isn't there?
There is. I have to admit, I do it sometimes.
It's not our finest hour, but it does scratch an itch.
Yes, it does. This is Tara and Roxanne, and we are here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life. So, okay, Roxanne, let's delve into this. So, yes, complaining. I do it in my mind and I do it verbally. So
I think everybody does, and it does scratch an itch, like we mentioned before, right? But how is it helping you get closer to having a calm mind, to quieting the noise, and just bringing a little peace to the chaos? Does it help? Probably not. And it doesn't feel, it feels counterintuitive because it feels good, therefore I got some relief, but ultimately it leaves more of a heavy residue, and it hurts your mind in the long run, unfortunately.
Okay, let's also jump in here, Roxanne, and let people know we have put together a wonderful 3-step guide that you really want to download. It will help you get the results that you're after, something you really need to do. The link is located in the description below.
Great, so download that today.
Absolutely, and get started.
Yeah, today.
And you're starting with me. I'm very new in this process as well, so let's go on this journey together.
Let's talk about complaining a little bit. First, what is it? Complaining is a tool, right? We use it for all sorts of things. We use it to feel more powerful when we feel powerless. We use it to deflect attention in the spotlight when we're feeling guilty about something.
Absolutely. It makes you feel better to get somebody to agree with you or to complain with you.
True. But ultimately, at the end of the day, most of the reason people complain is it's a form of communication and connection with other people. We're not the best communicators. You can ask any relationship counselor on the planet, and communication is one of the most difficult things that we have. It's funny because we're not singular beings.
True.
We need other humans. We need that connection, and yet we have the hardest time maintaining it. And so sometimes complaining is a great gap filler. And I'm just going to say it, it's a lazy way of bonding with somebody else. And that bond is quicksand for certain. So it's not even like it gets us where we want to be. But it does feel that need in the moment. So ultimately we get a short term,
and then the guilt comes and you feel bad for what you've said or something else. And then what?
It's true. Well, it's impossible. It's impossible to have a calm mind when you're in that complaining cycle. It just is. And the reason being is you don't actually gain any power by tearing apart somebody else. You know, it makes you feel a little more powerful in the moment because you've got the dirt on someone else, but you're not gaining any power. And it doesn't relieve your guilt. You haven't righted a wrong or come to terms or forgiven yourself for anything when because you took the spotlight off and someone else isn't looking at it at the moment. Mm-hmm. And so none of our ultimate objectives have been met, right? And furthermore, we create this environment where we're carrying negativity with us all day. Oh. Something will happen throughout the day, and a bunch of good things and bad things. That's life. It's ebb and flow all day long, and we wait and we hold on to the negative one so we can share that later. Have you ever actually been excited or kind of amped up to go share that with somebody? I can't wait to talk to so-and-so and tell them this happened today.
They won't believe it.
It could be 5 or 6 hours before you even speak to that person where the event took place, yet you've been holding on to it, maybe even revamping the story in your head a little bit, punctuate this word or really kind of set it up in this way so they'll be outraged with me. Mm-hmm. And so that we're not experiencing life at that time. We're not even experiencing any of the good things that have happened because we're so focused on the negative. And if we can get a compound, something else will happen on top of that. That's a great day. We go home all excited to share under the pretense that we're sharing our day. We're not sharing our day. We cherry-picked a few negative things that usually make somebody else look bad so we can have a conversation and engage with another human at night. It's just this horrible cycle.
It is a very horrible cycle, and one often doesn't really like themselves at the end of it. So what is the answer, Roxanne?
That's a good point, too. Thank you for bringing that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, the quick answer, Stop complaining.
Mm.
Done.
Wow.
Right? Easy cheesy.
Okay.
No? Okay.
I don't know if I can do it, but I'll try.
That, unfortunately, it doesn't quite work that way. And so what we do recommend is for you to notice it without judgment. Now, we're not asking you to start beating up on yourself, but you're probably complaining a lot more than you realize. So I'd like to ask you, I don't know if you're watching this in the evening, start in the morning. If this is bright and early for you and you're having your morning coffee, start today. Just notice. And if you have a pen and paper, you can put a little notepad in your pocket, all the better. Or you don't need a notepad nowadays, use your phone.
Oh, sure.
Right.
Perfect.
Just make a little mark on your phone, open a notes app, whatever that is.
Yes.
And every time you think a complaint, so it doesn't even have to be out loud. And I don't start paying attention to other people's complaints, because then what you'll do is you're starting to take other people's inventory and then start to complaining about how much they complain. So it's just going to make your cycle worse. This isn't about anybody else, because quite frankly, no one else is causing your stress.
And this isn't about right and wrong and judgment
No.
and maybe. Okay.
No, 1,000%. Do not judge yourself and go, I can't believe I did that. I'm a horrible person. You just make a note of it. And then after today, tomorrow, what I want you to do, after you've done, or the next day, whenever you start this, the next day, try to see, make a little game of how long can I go without complaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you may find it to be a minute or 30 seconds. And then you go, wow, that was fast. Let it, just notice it, let it roll off, start again. Don't go big into the justification. Your mind is going to want to justify why that complaint was valid, why it needs to be shared, and it's going to be it's like having a bug bite. You're not scratching it. So you're just going to have to be okay with that. Let it go. Don't examine it, let it go. So you go, okay, there was one. Now I'm going to start again, because your mind has a focus and a job, and it loves to have a focus and a job. And its job is to see how long it can go without complaining. So you'll get up to 5 minutes, then a half an hour, 24 hours, and everything in between. And however long it takes you to get that 24 hours is exactly the right amount of time. But keep making it a goal and keep noticing, with no judgment.
With no judgment. I'm going to shoot for a week. I'm going to see how in a week I can progress and what I can do. I will make notes in the following comments so everybody can see what my journey's like.
I have done this as well, but our mind is a tricky bit of business. And so I've done it years ago, and it helps me for a long time. And then I will get out of my group because you have to focus. And I was, so I'm going to
You can do it too?
as well.
All righty, here we go.
So 24 hours is the goal, to go 24 hours without complaining, either in your mind or out loud. Seem like a big challenge? It is. Can you do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. But first and foremost, I want you to go down and download the 1 week to reducing your stress. I'm telling you, it's 3 easy, simple steps. You can do them right at home. They work.
They work.
They're
And to
valuable.
get the results that we all want so desperately, you just need to do it.
And more importantly, I think, is that it's empowering. It shows you that the few simple steps you do alone, it doesn't require anyone else to change or behave differently for us to feel better. And my goodness, if that isn't just the biggest gift
It is
ever
the
received.
you-powered.
Yeah. Get down and download that today and start it right now. You're going to feel a lot better.
And don't forget, we are here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life.
I love it when she says that.